Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So those of you who follow myself on Instagram will have seen over the weekend, released a few pictures of some of the Wilson product that we got through the door for testing. Quite a lot of product.
Yes.
We got 3 different iron models to test, Matty. The D9, which you have there.
Yep.
Righty Matt is going to hit that one today. We have the staff model CB, the new forged one, which replaces the very popular V6.
That's right, yep.
And we also have the staff blade.
That's right,
to test, which we will do later down the line. We have some golf balls to test. We have some wedges from them to test. So
the driving iron as well?
Driving iron, you're right.
Good looking one too, yeah.
So we've got a lot of products to test from Wilson, so we'll kind of stagger that over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Today we're going to focus on 2 irons though.
Yes.
The D9 that you have there, the game improvement model.
Yes.
And I've got the CB, the staff model CB right here. You know, I asked the question on the weekend, Matty, what do people think about Wilson Golf? Try and kind of capture in your mind when we say Wilson Golf, what does it mean to you? And most people's response was underrated.
Yeah, that's fair.
High quality, low price, you know, maybe don't have the budget and marketing that other companies have, so the awareness maybe isn't quite there. But
I agree.
In most of the testing, the independent testing we've done in the past as well, and they show up really well.
Especially in the irons. I mean, I remember any forged Wilson iron that we've tried on the channel has always been great.
Yeah.
It really has been. But you're right, you don't go to the club and see anyone playing them, especially not in North America. I know in the UK you'll see more, but here,
more in the UK for sure.
Not so much here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know the guys. I mean, that's their manufacturing, not manufacturing, their assembly plant in the UK is not far from where I grew up.
Oh, really?
It's in Irvine, yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, quality product, and we're going to see it. It does perform great. You know, irons that are comparable, competitive with the other top performers in the marketplace. We're going to hit this D9 first.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking at a Sim 2, type product with this one. 24 degrees aloft on the 6 iron.
Right.
So righty Matt's going to enjoy a little bit of extra distance today.
That's what he needs.
That's what he needs, yeah. His swing speed isn't as high as lefty Matt. So we're going to test the 6 iron in this.
Sorry, 7 iron.
7 iron in
this. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 20, let me just quickly see, it should be 27.
Okay. So a fairly strong 7 iron.
Yeah, so basically there's 2 clubs of difference. So the 6 iron in the CB staff model is 30.
Oh wow, okay. So we'll be getting both ends of the spectrum.
Both clubs are the same length.
Yep.
So even though this is 7 iron, it's actually a ½ inch longer.
Right.
37.5. So comparable, very comparable.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's hit a couple and let's kind of see what we're offered in the way of distance and forgiveness. Oh, flushed.
Well, get down, ball.
Jeez.
Roasted.
Righty Matt's picked up a bit of speed. Free flowing there. 192. So, yeah, I mean, it's a high launch, low spin conversation. Buttoned it on the strike. Low dynamic loft. We're starting with low static loft.
Of course.
So, of course, it's going to be low dynamic. Pretty shallow as well. So, we did see that come out a little bit on the flat side. 192 with the little bit of elevation.
It's 182 is what it said on the machine. So.
It's a lot for a 7 iron. I mean, they've got the slot technology.
Right.
You know, they're called power holes,
yes.
is what Wilson calls them. They're
right
urethane-filled power holes. The center of gravity, if you kind of were to see an X-ray of this, the frame of the golf club, Matty, they're really under the actual kind of strike point itself, where that center mass is. It's really quite low. It's the lowest centre of gravity Wilson have ever managed to produce. Very, very hollow under that strike. Really, the only solid piece is actually at the sole.
It's a bit thin.
And that's probably where you need a little bit of forgiveness.
Yep,
and you've
definitely
got it.
thin.
You know, it's
plenty. No issue. That was kind of low and in the toe.
Perfect. Still good efficiency. 134.
That's good, isn't it?
Really quite good.
Good too.
That's a great sound.
Your
confidence would skyrocket in a fit if you were hitting something that you weren't maybe a confident or fast swinger, but you kind of started to see the ball jumping a little bit. You were getting some gains. You may want to pair it up with a golf ball that gives you a little bit more spin. That would be my role in this situation. Would be start talking about golf ball to this player.
Maybe a Mizuno ball or something.
Yeah, maybe Mizuno. I mean, I'd probably throw down a Pro V1X just to kind of see if that lifted at 600-700, which it probably would.
hit that one well. Very
Really
clean.
nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, this type of golfer, you'd actually start having the conversation with them about, you know, maybe this isn't the right type of iron. In fact, if you were in my bay right now, Matt, I'd maybe be looking at you going, yeah, we maybe need to look at the next iron down.
Something a bit less pop.
Yeah, less pop. When you catch it good, I don't really need you to fly it, you know, this far. You know, maybe just back that down a little bit, get a bit more of that natural spin.
Definitely.
So, but does everything it says in the tin.
Does it ever? I mean, I think if you're looking at this going, I really can't stand not being able to hit greens with my irons. I'm always short. Everyone ahead of me hits, you know, 2 clubs less, and I'm still short. You're looking at the club that can help you with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think if you hit that ball, which is more of a slicey flight, it's still got tons of carry on it. That spins more, obviously, but it doesn't go super short.
Yep. Okay, Staff Model CB, Matty. Much more probably, you know, familiar shape.
Yep.
Obviously loft exactly the same as yours. What do we have in there? S300?
These are just a standard S300, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so weight-wise, a little bit heavier than yours, but a little softer too. Let's see what we get with that. Nice hit into the left half of the green.
Felt nice. It feels solid.
You're absolutely right. It was an MP18 split cavity.
It's just
SC,
the closest thing it reminds me of. Whew. Bit heavy, bit over
Strong there.
That strike felt really good.
Really nice. Tons of spin.
Tell you what, they feel good.
They sound great.
Yeah, there's something special about that feel. They're coming off the face. Like, they don't feel jumpy as in like the face is hollow or anything. They still feel like a forged iron, but they really feel like they have some nice pop to it.
Starting to get into the nice, you know, tight territory there of spin, all the standard deviation kind of metrics really nicely in order, striking it great, retaining some loft, swinging it nicely. I mean, it's the type of iron you would give someone like you, Matty, that, you know, wanted to control their distances a little bit more. I mean, it sounds like you're having a really nice time.
Yeah, I really am. I really am. Honestly, it's a great feeling club. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, you're just peppering the center of it right now.
That's a bit thin.
Quite hard to detect that thin strike.
Was
I'm
it?
normally pretty decent with hearing, you know, the strike, and I did not hear a slight miss hit there. But it was. You're absolutely
definitely
right.
thin.
You didn't really sacrifice, you know, anything in the distance, but you lost a little bit on ball speed. Launch came down, but spin came down, so you were able to retain the distance. Good.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's a beauty.
I have nothing negative to say about it.
I mean, that's probably more of your natural shape there, Matty. And
It's a small draw.
Yeah, what did that say in quad normalized?
So without the downhill, that would have flown 193.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So there's a little 10 yards of help with the downhill there. In that launch and spin window, we're very familiar with you. You can have a route just below 6.
I kind of thought they would be, you know, good, but maybe nothing special. But I could actually see picking these out of a bunch of irons. If you demoed a bunch of different irons, you may actually take a liking to those.
Yeah. I mean, guys, they're a sleeping giant. Wilson are a company with serious lineage. You know, still historically one of the most popular and successful companies in golf. I think still more major wins than any other OEM.
They still have that?
Still have that, I believe. Really impressive. You know, they're still making great clubs. You know, I feel like it's up to guys like us, you know, the other independent testers out there to kind of keep banging the drum that they make a great club. You know, the budget is what it is. You know, it's always going to be, they'll maybe focus more on what they're putting into their engineering and, you know, into their clubs and the design. Good for them for doing that, you know, and you know, let the consumers, you know, speak for it, and obviously guys like ourselves, because these tested both really well.
They were so good. Yeah, some of the better irons in very different categories, but performance-wise, 2 of the better ones we've tried. And as you said, I bet you save yourself quite a bit of money with these guys.
Absolutely. I think $93. I think I saw the D9, $93 a stick. Pretty good value.
It's hard to beat.
Yep. CB4s will be a little more expensive than that. I think $1,100 US for the set.
It's still quite a bit lower than most, though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, no, I was really impressed with these. Really was.
Good. Okay, guys. I'm sure a lot of you are still, in the camp of supporting, companies like Wilson. If you've played their stuff, you know what we're talking about today. If you haven't, you probably want to try some Wilson product. If it's not in a studio like ours, maybe take that fitting information and kind of go maybe to a big box store that are more likely to have a Wilson product, test it head to head. Try and do it in a similar launch monitor like GC Quad. That's most big box stores now indoors, or Trackman, they're both very similar as we saw earlier in our testing. So good stuff, Matty boy. More testing to be done, guys. Golf balls, wedges, driving irons. Should be good to one more iron, the blade model as well, which looks great. Okay, stay tuned for that. We'll see you again soon.